Welcome to Pucked Up Hockey Moms, where the arenas are freezing, the group chats are unhinged, and the parenting, well, let's just say we're doing our best. I'm Amanda, hockey mom, chaos wrangler, and proud captain of the Bad Mom Squad.
And I'm Brittany, mom of 3, 2 who play hockey, expert at juggling carpools, cold coffee, and the occasional emotional breakdown in the arena parking lot.
We're here to spill the tea on what it really means to raise hockey kids, from politics in the stands to mental health, bad calls, and everything in between. No filters, no fluff, just the truth. With a side of sarcasm.
And yeah, we're laughing through the madness, because if we didn't, we'd be crying into a damp mitt left in the trunk since last season.
So if you've ever screamed, "Move your feet," while secretly Googling the rules mid-game, you're our people.
This is Pucked Up Hockey Moms.
Let's get into it. I'm your host, Amanda.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tricia.
And we're back again with another candid convo about the rink, or rink-related. Tryout season drama and why Karen behavior hurts your kid more than it helps. We're just going to rotate and you can cut that one.
A Karen is a modern slang term, often pejoratively, to describe a stereotype of a person, most commonly a middle-aged white woman, who is perceived as entitled, demanding, and difficult in social interactions.
I feel like that just describes
Never
us.
met one.
Middle-aged white woman. Hello.
Here's a Karen note reminder. We're here for laughs, honesty, and hockey. Mom, real talk.
Not
sugar coating.
No. Though if your real name is Karen, we apologize in advance for the overuse of your name.
We didn't actually coin the term, so please don't hate us for rolling with it. We're sure you're all lovely.
I mean,
except the ones we've met.
But they weren't all named Karen, right? Yeah.
I don't know if I've met a Karen that's actually been a Karen.
I don't think so either. I mean, I've met a Nancy that's
Karen
a Nancy.
I know
Love
is
you,
very
Nancy.
nice.
What?
The only Karen I know is very nice.
See? It's the Karen-like behavior of the middle-aged white woman.
It's the Karen, there's the haircut. And there's
Yeah. I got told that I had a Karen haircut one time, or not to get that because it was a Karen haircut. I think that's the first time I heard about a Karen. Yeah.
Did you get the haircut?
I thought about it. 6, 7.
Oh no, they've gotten to you.
I felt like I had to throw that in there somewhere. You're like slowly seeping over to Brendan. I'm infected. Yeah, no, Delaney sent me.
I still don't understand what that means.
Yeah, I think
Is
I
it
don't
just
know.
numbers or does it?
It's about a height of some basketball player, I think. He's like 6'7", and then it just was like, I don't know, he's 6, I don't know. It's way
Reference to a song.
And then there's like a Doot Doot 6'7" song. And so Delaney sent me a TikTok this morning referencing, I think your boss would do this. And so I sent it to my boss who's on holidays. So I'm hoping he understands, but his kids are too young for 6'7". So it's possible that might.
I have preschoolers that say things.
Like,
oh,
the older ones, yeah.
I watch TikTok.
All right. So back to it, because, all we do is digress. But we are not on the floor. So we're back at it, not on the floor. And Brittany is not in need of Botox right now.
Well, no, she still is. It's not as obvious this way.
And I have a more notable tan.
I'm still getting a mini facial. No, I'm still getting a mini facelift.
Oh, face left.
Not facial.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
facials are nice.
That's a waste of money. I need the real thing.
It's a middle-aged
The
It's a middle-aged white woman. Tryout season, the pressure is real. Kids feel the pressure. They want to make the team, impress coaches, and not let anyone down.
Parents feel it too. Money invested, long commutes, emotional highs and lows.
Kids mirror parents' behavior. Your attitude in the stands can make or break their tryout experience.
True story. True story. I mean, some teams and stuff are already done their tryouts, so that's a win for them. Good for you. You survived. And others are just like starting to get into it. And I'm really sorry. It's rough. I've already started to see in all the groups, all the like, what can you ask? What can you not ask? Is it okay if I do this? And then you'll see like 57 comments.
Yeah.
I'm like afraid to open the 57 comments because I don't want to like get mad at someone being mean to the person asking the question.
But you'll get all different opinions.
You get so
That's
many
what,
different
yeah.
opinions, right? And like sometimes it's like, well, good for you for asking it in a group instead of asking the coach.
There needs to be a safe
Or
group.
this is a safe space.
I go straight to the comments with my popcorn.
Yeah. You love the comments and the popcorn. You can DM me and it's a safe space and I will never use your name. I mean, if you tell me it's okay to use your story, I absolutely will. But I'm going to use stories from the groups because those are public. Mostly. So here we are with the what not to do at tryouts parent edition. Sideline coaching. We know we all do it. In whatever way it is, whether it's Tricia and I yelling out the car at our girls, don't be shitty, because that's coaching.
It is.
Words of encouragement.
In the words of Sandy from the Mental Edge Hockey, you're reinforcing what not to do. So be shitty is like
It's kind of like saying break a leg.
break a leg. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how to reinvent our don't be shitty without being.
We've had pre-game counseling before we get there.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're going to keep it light. We're going to have fun. Get out there and do your best. And when I say don't be shitty, that means I love you.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
That's not what you've done. You're just yelling don't be shitty at your kid.
Well, I just said Tricia says it, so I say it.
I think they know.
Also,
it's all in fun to help break the tension at that point.
Yeah.
I also feel like my kids don't need me to quantify me because they've experienced me. And they know when I yell things of a chirping nature, it is a form of love. Because I do not waste my chirps on anyone. If I don't like you, I'm not going to waste a chirp on you. Because you're not worth my time or my effort. Because I have some good chirps. Why would I waste a chirp on someone I don't like? That's just wasted effort, guys.
The coaches don't like it.
No.
The chirping? Or the
sideline
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah, but some of the coaches are really shitty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not allowed to say that. And I'm talking minor, like baby hockey, like when they're like 5 and 6. So it doesn't really matter. But
That only the coaches are suck at 5 or 6.
yeah, I mean, it does matter. But I'm not yelling it out loud that they're shitty. I'm keeping it on the inside and saying it here in my safe space
That's our sideline
to
mom.
you listeners that we're not sugarcoating you.
I will sit and watch sometimes if I see dads really getting into it in the corner or
Yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
But the hand signals.
Oh, I love the hand
That's
signals.
like great sideline coaching that's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still,
And you're like looking at that
You're
poor
like-
child's looking and shaking their head at their
And they're so
parent. And you
confused.
look over and you got like these funny hand signals coming with,
yeah.
with head shakes and
Yeah.
Oh, I will say the best sideline coaching from a mom, and she listens, so she'll know who she is. And I love you. I love you so much. Our boys were reffing for their younger siblings in like a fun spring, whatever, 3-on-3, whatever. It was a fun scrimmage thing. And so they were just thrown on there with their skates, and it was funny. I thought it was hilarious anyway. Maybe not everyone did, because she was like yelling through the crack to tell her son how to ref. And so he was mostly just standing by the board listening to his mom tell him how to ref and not actually reffing. And so attempting to ref. And neither of these boys reffed. So don't get me wrong. They did, like, other than knowing how to play the game, like, they don't actually have any teaching for reffing. So it was entertaining. And then I finally just yelled her name and made a scissor motion and said, just cut the umbilical cord already. And I don't know where that sentiment came from, but I got some clapping. And I thought it was a pure genius line. And now my husband stole it and uses it all the time. And I love you,
husband's
friend mom of mine, who shall remain nameless, but you know who you are.
Sounds like the kids needed help.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't know how to ref.
That's hard. You think it's going to be easy.
No. They're like, well, we play hockey. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when do
Yeah.
I blow the whistle? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be tricky.
But I was like sideline coaching. I was mom coaching from the side.
Make you a carrot?
I Karen.
Nice.
I Karen.
Oh.
Yeah.
You Karen.
I reversed Karen.
Oh, let's make t-shirts. Master of the Karen.
Negatives equal a positive. That's math. That's real life.
Meltdowns.
Yeah.
Who has meltdowns? Kids or parents?
Well, body language matters. So having a meltdown, rolling your eyes, shaking your head, pacing, your kids notice. I mean, some kids notice. Just yours will notice, Tricia. No, I'm just kidding. Some kids do notice. Some kids are like, whatever, I do, because I know that they are making smoke signals in the corner.
Or they're saying their arms crossed.
Yeah. There are some parents, like some dads that are like, only make the arms crossed. I'm like, do they have other emotions? So yeah, body language is key. So let's not do that at tryouts. And if you already have, well, you failed. Let's try again next year. No judgment. It's just
Do better.
do better. Oh, that's another thing that I like to cheer. That's my favorite.
Do better.
cheer. Do better. Yeah. This is one of my favorites. I do get some looks from people, but my kids know it means I love you and not to be shitty. I don't do it during assessments.
No.
Assessments. Rec should not be allowed in the rink, I don't think.
I don't think they're allowed.
It depends on the association.
Yes, rec assessments for U15 we're allowed to watch. Although, to the gym upstairs to work out that overlooks the arena.
Yeah.
Stealth.
Well, I know like there's some rinks that have like live barn and stuff, and they'll actually lock live barns so you can't watch them, and then so other clubs can't watch them too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess you don't think about the competition trying to watch it. Like, oh, I just grab some feed, you know, because that elite 8-year-old's totally gonna be on my team next year.
Maybe they'll bribe him with Starbucks cards.
Maybe. I think maybe they'd have to go with like Roblox or something. I don't know, Fortnite or something. Although my daughter has a healthy appreciation for Starbucks.
Yeah.
Super bougie. Lobby gossiping. It's kind of my favorite pastime, but I'm usually gossiping about everything not hockey. And it's not gossiping. I think it's more just talking about random shit. So I guess it's not gossiping. It's just lobby trash talking.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Alex Cagitani
and Paul Richmond
from the Education News comedy quiz podcast called Some of the Above.
Each month, Alex and I invite you to play along with two special guest contestants from the world of education as we ask questions about the latest school news.
If you want to laugh while you learn and learn while you laugh, this is the show for you.
So listen to the Education News comedy quiz now, because truly, this podcast will change your life.
You'll sleep better, your food will taste better, and you'll probably get promoted at work.
Well, if you talk about the other kids or the coaches, it just gets around and everybody knows you're the dark cloud in the group. And who wants that parent on the team? So that hurts your child's chances.
It does.
It's just not a good...
And it spreads fast, too. Like, as if people don't know what you're talking about. And as if the person you think you said something to isn't going to say it. They're going to turn around and say it to someone else. It's worse than high school.
Yeah.
Lobby gossip at a hockey rink is absolutely worse.
And then it gets misconstrued.
Oh, yeah.
With the game telephone.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, what was actually said is not what's...
Yeah. And then that whole
3 or 4
season is
people?
ruined.
Yeah.
That whole season is ruined because you said something out of context and 3 people heard it and they told 5 other people each and it was not as pretty as you meant it to be. So keep your snide-ass comments to yourself.
Even if you have like an honest, like,
assessment,
criticism or query,
just a random question,
it can come across wrong.
Yeah, sometimes when you just have a question about why they're doing something some way, like, oh, how can they assess that kid when they can't see their penny number?
Yeah.
That has,
or if they're not wearing pennies,
or if they're not wearing pennies and they've never seen these kids before.
Yeah.
That can be construed as like harsh criticism on the assessors, and you might actually just honestly want an answer to your question and not be trying to judge anyone. You're just like, no, but I don't know. But seriously, over here, can you anybody?
There's just one explanation of how this works and how you figure out what kid is and what their abilities are, and that's it.
I know.
I don't want you to say like my kid should make it or what. Like,
no,
that's not what I'm looking for. I just want to make sure it's a guideline.
Process. Yeah. However, it would be amazing if all associations and hockey clubs and other sports clubs actually had like a page, and I don't know if they do. Some do. I don't have time to go read them all because that's a lot of reading and my eyes already hurt. But they should have like a spot of like what to expect this season. And then when some send out info to the whole association who's trying out of what's happening and stuff, but sometimes it's just not as detailed. And things like don't ask questions, don't talk to coaches, or whatever should be on there. But it also be like, this is our assessment process. This is what you should expect. And then followed by, this is why competitive teams get more ice than house teams. And this is what you're getting for your fees between the two. And just a more clear communication means that you won't have a breakdown in communication later. And that leaves less room for gossip between all the parents.
Yes.
Because when there's misinformation or lack of information, that's what creates people talking about it. Because really, it'll start with somebody having an innocent question. Yeah. Because they're confused, and then it just spirals.
And they're labeled a Karen.
Yeah.
You're not a Karen. You just want to know what you're paying for, what to expect.
Yeah.
Is my child actually getting a fair shot? Like, just let's be honest. If you already know who the team is, you only need to fill 2 spots.
Yeah.
Why charge everybody the fees?
Yeah.
Why rent the ice? Why go through all the motions when you know what you're already doing? And I feel like most parents feel that that's the reason or that's the situation, and they could get away with just being very open and a bit more transparent, because not a lot of parents know either. Like they haven't been through it. It's their first time. And that's how
that's the worst. That's the worst. And I think when you have a newer family to the competitive stream for tryouts, because like recreation or house streams don't necessarily have tryouts, but they still try and balance the team. So they have a tryout process of like an assessment process to make sure you have balanced teams if there's more than one house team or whatnot. But when you have newer to hockey families or newer to an association, they have no idea what to expect. And that's typically when you'll get a question, and then to not judge them as much, or like you'll have a couple other families that don't know they're new to it, don't know anything about it. And then again, because there is no site for the information or is maybe not readily accessible and stuff, that's where you can end up getting that gossip for sure.
Confronting coaches after tryouts. Coaches hate being cornered in the parking lot or lobby.
Yeah.
What about emailing them?
Oh yeah, because that's totally better.
Also frowned upon. I mean, I haven't done it, but
yeah, just asking for a friend. I don't know. I guess
a last year's coach. Is that better?
I guess it just depends. Like if you're asking just a question and you're like a process-specific question that has nothing to do with your child.
Yeah, like a tryout-specific. Do you know how this works? Because I wasn't given any information from the association on how the assessment process works. And this is what I'm seeing by watching them.
Yeah. Then, I mean, possibly starting out with hey, I have a question because I'm really new to your association. Are you the right person I could ask?
Okay.
Is starting with the question.
Yeah.
And then like, if not, can you point me in the right direction? Just because I have a couple questions, but I really don't want to bother you. Like, I really don't want to ask the wrong person. And that way you're like, kind of being like, hey, I do have questions, but I'm not trying to be in your face about it.
Yeah. Just looking for
But where should I go if you can't help me?
Yeah.
Right? And you're kind of providing them an out if they don't want to answer, and you're doing it electronically and away from the parking lot, because that's the worst. Is just being like, people sometimes don't understand that volunteers put a lot of their time, their free time, into things. So yeah, some are paid, some are not, but like they barely see their families, like you know, and they're out there a lot, and it can be thankless because you have a lot of people that want to be on this team and want to be on that team and want to play with this friend. And then they have carpool and there's all these things coming at you and you're like, dude, just breathe.
Yeah.
I just want to get to my car. I have to take a shit because I'm taking one from Phil's page book here. And I haven't eaten and I've only had caffeine since 8 a.m. and it's now 10 p.m. Like, you know, so sometimes you might be like, well, they were really rushed and they didn't want to talk to me, or they're short with you and they were snippy, and well, yeah, because they really had to get home and eat, or like they have a life too, right? So there's a lot of other elements in there, and it's just best if you're not being the last person to break the camel's back, because that could be when your kid is definitely not going to make it because you're the last person to irritate them before they got in the car.
But then you just feel like they're hiding behind the, well, if you don't like it, why aren't you volunteering with us? And there's not a great way to do any assessments on children. It's tricky, but I think there should be a parent or a volunteer or somebody that knows how everything works and puts it out there first. Hey, if you have questions, this is how you need to deal with it. Yeah. We're starting on Saturday. Yeah. Chat with us this way if you need anything.
Or like an assessment coordinator, like a tryout coordinator that might not have a kid in that tier, like one for, so that way when they're asking the questions, they're not biased or whatever. And at least it's a general information query.
Sounds like in a perfect world, we would be able to just omit all the Karen attitudes.
By clear communication. And that's typically where the Karen-esque type things come from, is because it's just a lack of information provided. Yeah. And so you're wanting answers. It might not come off on the best tone sometimes, but we are also living in a society where everyone feels like they have the right to know and the right to ask and the right to speak, regardless of how it makes other people feel. It's
very stressful for parents.
It's very stressful for everyone. So what would a Karen do at tryouts? Like what's Karen behaviors?
I'm not a Karen, I don't know.
There's a lot of silence right there.
I don't know. But I can spot one.
Yeah.
I feel
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Family life doesn't come with a manual, but it should come with the brief. I'm Mike Cater, family and matrimonial lawyer. And on the brief, I tackle the questions and concerns that keep families up at night. Everything from custody battles and co-parenting to managing finances, mental health, and more. With years in the courtroom, I've seen it all. And I'm here to share lessons, strategies, and stories that can help you navigate the toughest situations. Whether you're a parent, partner, or just someone who wants to expand your knowledge, join me each week on The Brief. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts, and let's find solutions together.
I feel like it's just a very big misunderstanding, the whole Karen thing.
Yeah.
But I do think the parents that threaten, I think that's a big Karen move. Like, hey, you know, if he's not on this team, we're going somewhere else. Or we're not even here because we want to be on the team. We just wanted extra practice. Like, a lot of that can be.
And there's a lot of dad Karens. And I don't know what the appropriate name is for it, because there's a lot of dad versions of a Karen. I don't know if we call them Ken. I don't know. I don't want to coin the wrong term. I should have done more research before this. But there's a lot of male versions to that. Like, all of a sudden they send out where it's tier 1, tier 2. We'll call it 1, 2, 3 because everybody's got a different thing. And it's the list comes out for the first cut and your child happened to be on the tier 1 list. And all of a sudden an hour later, you're ready to go to show up to your thing because it's like last minute. And you're like, wait a second. I'm double checking the list and the times and my child's not there anymore. What just happened?
Yeah.
Like,
see, and then how do you question that without being a Karen?
Yeah.
How do you question?
Yeah, and how do you not presume? You're like, okay, so did they make a mistake?
Yeah.
And they just accidentally put my child on the wrong list?
Or did he score lower or whatever?
Yeah.
Or did they put him down to see how he played with this group to see the difference between that tier 1 and tier 2?
Or does your crazy brain start going overdrive and think, well, somebody must have complained because they were on the other list. And then you frantically try and find the list from previous if you've done a screenshot and be like, well, who moved up and who moved down? And why? Did someone call or email and complain and do a full-on male-female Karen?
Yeah.
And now a kid who had earned it an hour ago is now in a lower tier. And I hate that. I hate that for the child who made it there and was told an hour previously or however, whatever the time frame was. Like, bud, you made the first round, you're in tier 1. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm sorry, bud, there must have been a mistake. So when something like that happened, again, clear communication could have been like, we're so sorry. The list went out too soon. The assessor saw it and realized there was a typo or they inputted the wrong thing in the spreadsheet. We tried to correct it as soon as possible.
I feel like you should be allowed to have a Karen or Ken moment. If that happens, you should be.
I would have. I think I would have a full blown moment internally first because you're gonna want to think that someone else Karen. But then at the same time, be like, okay, maybe it was a typo. Maybe something did happen. But I'd be like, hey, I'm just curious. I saw the list earlier and now it's changed. Was there like a mistake or which one's the correct list that I should be looking at? Because I have a screenshot from earlier. Yeah. Right. And I don't feel that it's unjustified.
Did you?
Yes. This is a story from a group I found. So I don't feel that's unjustified to then ask. Like, hey, I'm just curious because I saw it about an hour ago and now it's been changed. I'm like, I just wanted to know if there was a typo in the first place or like which list should I be trusting because my son was super excited.
Yeah, I think it's something you really have to word.
You have to word without accusing.
Something like that would even be better over a phone call.
Yeah, do you mind
because
like
tone doesn't come across well in an email.
Hey, I have a question about the lists that came out and then changed. Like, would you be able to give me a call? Not a big deal. I just have a question or something. But yeah, it's hard, and you don't want to
about that email or text that comes across, and you're like,
I'm not.
But then when you talk to the person, it's a completely different.
Yeah, I know, and it's hard to have a 24-hour rule when you're going straight out to a nice session, right?
No, they should have. I think most places would have a conversation with that parent and that family because that is.
But
a little bit.
I feel like sometimes it's like, well, just pretend that didn't happen and hope nobody noticed. And you're like, but that's worse. If you make a mistake, most like relatively sane parent, although most parents aren't sane during tryouts, will understand if you're like, hey, we're terribly sorry. There was an error. We misread the spreadsheet because there's a million children and it was just the penny was marked down wrong, and I couldn't read the chicken scratch. I'm so sorry. As soon as we caught it, we fixed it, and like, this is the correct list. But if you are honest with people and tell them that's what happened, then they're most likely going to accept
trying
it.
to pretend that nobody noticed.
Yeah, pretend that nobody notices.
Especially when
it's
it's tryouts at like a rep or like a competitive level. Those parents are pretty.
They are on it.
They're not missing.
You cannot slip it by and just say, oops, I hope nobody noticed that I smashed their front window.
Yeah. Especially if people are familiar with tryouts and stuff, they're going to make sure that they're crossing all the T's.
Did they notice the little rock chip or the dent I got in their car when I borrowed Mom and Dad's car? No. Did they notice when a giant boulder flew off the dump truck? Yes, they did. And you can't just slip that one by as you come back in the house late at night and miss curfew. No, you can't. You can't slide that one by. It's obvious to the rep parent. Just saying.
We had emails come out in the middle of the night, and parents waited up for that email.
Yeah, I've been there.
Not me. Sleeping. And then when I got the email, I was like, I wonder if this is true. Or because there could have been a mistake. And, you know, like my gut was saying there's something not quite right here, but it was all right. So it was good.
We've gotten the ones where like you have friends texting you because they got the email and they're like, did you get the email? And you're like, I don't know. I'm not home. I didn't check, because you have not gotten the email and you don't want to admit you don't have the email. Yeah. Or you're like, fucking business. You know, like, I'm already trying to comfort my child right now because they don't have an email. So I'm sitting waiting up until we get the email. Yeah. But I also try not to. It's so hard to be like, did you get an email? Did you get, like, you don't really want to because you don't want to rub salt in a wound. Yeah. But there's always a mom or two that's definitely like, fishing. I've fished. I definitely have fished.
I'm like, we'll see when we go to first practice who's there. And I just try to make it
I know.
easy for everyone. And it's hard.
It is.
Even as the parent, it's hard because I heard so-and-so, I heard so-and-so. It's like, okay, well, let's just see who's there when
but then the kids come through and they're like, well, Snapchat, we already have a group. So-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so were cut. And you're like, oh, okay. Thanks for that.
It's really unfortunate that the kids would find out, I think, our last season, maybe, or 2 seasons ago, I can't remember. A teammate let my child know that they had made the team.
Before they even knew.
Before we had even known.
And you're like, how did you know? Oh, there are parents on the executive, and that's how you know.
But why are parents?
Or there was before everybody.
There was a discussion.
There shouldn't be. If you know and it hasn't been relayed to everybody, just keep that to yourself.
Because children are always listening to us.
Unless you know your child won't tell.
Even if they're on. No, the kids are always listening. And like, even if you think they're on the screen not listening, they're listening.
Yeah. But like, if you get an email that says so and so and so and so made it, just don't say anything.
But in the emails, it doesn't say who the team is.
No.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to BCC.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you read the whole email, and you can clearly tell who's on the to address.
Right.
So sometimes
though they don't do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's BCC. Yeah. It's blind.
It should be. Yeah.
It's blind for a reason.
Yeah.
So that nobody knows who's there.
Yeah. That's how it should be done.
Yeah. There's so many intricacies.
And how do people not know that everything is email nowadays?
Yeah. The small details when you're up late at night trying to pick your team.
People still reply all.
Yeah.
It's what I call RAF. Reply all fail. I use that as an acronym at work where I'm just like RAF.
Yeah.
Yeah. My coworkers and I will just be like RAF and hit forward because you're like, okay, well, they forgot you. I only re-added you to this email chain 5 emails in, but they clearly just keep dropping you off this email. Here you go again. So Karen, things that they do at tryouts, despite our like crazy, we're already going over things. Front row sideline screaming, shouting, "That's my kid! Watch him! He's the best D out there." I think I've only really seen that in like U11. Like the first, like which was Adam before, like in the first year of competition. Like I would say that was the first year or the worst year that we had for us is because for us that like when that was the first learning of like tryouts and stuff in our like group of players or whatever, and that's when you would see people getting a little elbows out about stuff. But then it kind of wasn't as bad, but like different things came out. But that's when you saw a different side of people that you had been playing with for 4 years. Yeah. You're like, whoa, hi. Yeah. Yeah.
Serious. That's real serious.
Oh yeah, super serious.
All going to be NHL.
Oh, it's like do or die because they provide great snacks. Obviously, that I want to be with that coach because they have good snacks and that coach doesn't. I don't know.
What else do they do at you?
What else do they do? I want to go to this tournament and not that tournament. Like, really. But yeah, like we've learned a lot throughout the years, and I'd say like I've definitely had my Karen-isms through different stages, and as a person, I'm growing. I've gotten better, self-aware.
I never noticed.
Well, you've only known me a couple years. I literally wanted to titty twister you. I just had an urge. I don't know if I'll edit that out. Then you've got the clipboard queen, taking notes on every kid and loudly pointing out other mistakes.
Ooh, big no-no. Don't watch other people's kids. Watch your own.
Oh, watch it.
Watch yourself.
Watch yourself. Snack police, marching up to another parent with like, did you really just let your kid eat Timbits before tryouts?
What?
I mean...
I think most parents or most
Yeah.
Karens would probably be like, yes, eat that.
Yeah, eat
And
it.
my
Weigh
kid will do
yourself
better
down.
than you.
Yeah, you're going to be bogged down. Sabotage. Yeah, that's the reverse. That's not a Karen. That's the sabotage Sally or something. I don't know. Like, I'm going to find a whole list of other mom acronyms. I'd be savagely be like, here, have a Red Bull. Yeah. The coach stalker, follow coaches between sessions just to chat and slip in not so subtle reminders about their kids' stats. I don't know who actually has kids' stats at certain ages. I mean, really, it's not like elite prospects who actually keeps their stats for them once they're in certain leagues and has real stats that aren't just made up by dad or mom or whatever.
Counting every goal in a scrimmage.
Yeah. He did a mishy in practice when he was 5. That's a stat, boys. Yeah. The lobby loudmouth, declaring who should and shouldn't make the team before cuts are even posted.
That's me.
I've said it in smaller groups.
Yeah. You know, I hate that because I've definitely heard other moms talking about bubble kids from teams not realizing my kid was a bubble kid, and I've wanted to throat punch. Hockey has made me realize I have a violent streak.
Mama bear instinct.
Well, yeah, like, I just want to be like, shut your mouth. You don't know me, and my kid's the bubble kid. And she's sitting right here.
Yeah.
So fuck right off.
Yeah.
Keep your comments to yourself because you don't know who's around you. And that does not feel nice to them.
Conversations on the way home.
Yeah. Car conversations where all their friends can hear you so they can go tell them in the locker room later. And be like, guess what Nancy said? Philomena. I don't know. I was making a girl's name of my husband's name. I don't know. I just don't know what to say right now. Facebook rant poster. If my son doesn't make this team, the whole system is rigged.
Yeah. If you post something like that on Facebook, your son should be taken off.
Absolutely.
Stay off social media. Nothing to do with your children's tryout in any sport should ever be put on social media. Yeah. Because it will stay there and other people will see it that maybe your kid doesn't want to see.
And that's a sandlot.
Like, especially if we're trying to teach our children that social media is forever.
We should remember that.
We should remember not to put things on it that we don't want.
I'm keeping a current track of how many sticks will be broken this season because last year I talked about it so much. Yeah, so 2 ice sessions and we're 1 stick in. Well, that was Tuesday. He had 1 Monday and that was Tuesday. Yeah, so, I mean, he's now made 4 sessions. So he's at a 25%. So it's slowly, I asked him on day 3, did you break another stick? And he didn't. So I haven't asked him today. He could have broken another one. But yeah, I'm going to keep that count. That is my social media type. Lighthearted, random, facetious posting. That is my jam.
Yeah, that's a good stat.
Because those are the only things that I think you should be posting about. Like fun achievements. Yeah.
I don't want to tryout related. Like if they get a hat trick or they get MVP or like that kind of stuff. Like you're celebrating
not the participation medals because nobody cares.
Because everybody gets those. But if you're celebrating like an accomplishment of your child.
Tricia, I care.
Okay, everybody gets to participate.
That's why it's called a
They should start calling them do better medals.
Hockey doesn't actually do No, some tournaments do participation medals.
Especially the younger. They don't as they get older.
Yeah.
Kids just know.
Yeah. I know. Well, there's some kids that are like, no, I don't want silver because it means we're the first loser. I'll take bronze because you actually had to win to get bronze at a tournament. Well, because there's gold and silver game and you lost. You lost silver. Good job. We won bronze.
But you still won 3rd place.
I know.
That's great if you're bronze, but
I know.
I don't think it's a healthy attitude.
No, it's not. But I've definitely heard some kids and I'm like, well, you still keep second, so good job.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You got there.
An accomplishment.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I could go on. We shall not. How to be the opposite of a Karen. Cheer silently. Amanda failed. Or at least discreetly. Amanda also failed. I'm going to do so much better this year, guys.
Stop having so much fun at the rink.
Is that because you won't be at most of them?
Oh, yeah, they're going to be all televised?
Yeah. It's easier to...
Oh my god, I'm going to do so good! I'm going to do
Well,
so
you
good.
won't, though, because you'll just yell, but there'll only be, like, us really here to...
We should record it. We should record us watching the game.
Yes.
Podcast idea.
Be like, is this discreet enough for you? As I cheer for the ants on the television. I need a bigger fucking TV, guys. Because I tried to watch his practice, like, with my whole, like, vertigo situation.
You should just put one over the fire.
I should. I tried to... No, it'll burn with the burning stove. Bad idea. But yeah, so I tried to watch his practice on live burn. His first ice session, the one where he didn't break the stick. And I literally... They're small, even though it's a big TV. And I'm like, nope, brain, dead, dying, nope, turn off. I was like, my whole vertigo situation, I was like, on the ground. I was like, done. I can't watch this. So that better improve before their games are televised, or I won't be watching and cheering for anything. And there's no play-by-plays on my sons.
Oh.
On our daughters, I think there might be. So
Really?
I don't know. I'm just making it all up. So yes, silently or discreetly, and let the coaches see your kid, not hear you.
Yeah, tryouts is not a cheering time.
Yeah, that's
Save
why
it
I
for the
stay in the
season.
warm area.
Yeah, with the popcorn and the coffee.
The popcorn and the Twizzlers. Twizzlers are my jam. And the hot dogs with mustard.
A good old rink dog.
Dirt dog. We're just going to have to start bringing Mr. Pretzel
Yes.
with us.
Mr. Pretzel.
Yeah, or get our children to figure out how to make them for us so that we can pop them in the air fryer and go.
Yeah.
That's our new side biz. Okay, excited.
Number 835.
Of side businesses for the ADHD brain. Show calm confidence. Your kid needs a safe energy to come back to.
They are stressed out.
They are. They won't show it.
They notice every detail. Yeah. They know they can read your face from a mile away. It's best just to act like it went great because you can't do it again.
And they know what they did wrong. They don't actually need us who are not on the ice. And some of us have never even played before. They don't actually need us to tell them what they did wrong.
It's a lot easier to critique from the bench.
Yeah, that's true. So encourage the effort, not the outcome. I loved your hustle versus... Did you make top line? Although I'm not sure there's a top line.
Or why didn't you?
Why are you not on the top line, guys? Bruh, you suck. I was number 6'7".
Told you not to talk to your friends in the lineup. You're there. It's business.
Why were you leaning on the glass? Were you tired?
Don't show weakness.
You should have more endurance. These are all things.
I told you should be jogging all summer.
You're not going to say.
All right.
More choring when you get home. Also, not going to say.
Build the community up.
Not drama. Yeah. Let's support other parents, even if their kid is competing with yours. And that is what would be great. And I find I can only be friends with Tricia because her daughter is a forward. And my daughter's defense.
There's no... Your child makes the team.
I'm totally kidding. I mean, it is a benefit because our kids don't play this. But honestly, I still think we'd be friends because we're just too silly. And we have jorts. Or we like to shop for jorts. But yeah, like rather than just competing about it.
They're children.
They are children. And sometimes it's easy to forget. They're like 11 or 12 or however old. And their brains are still developing. Yeah. And you might want to call them a little asshole.
Yeah.
Often. But they're not little assholes. They're little humans that are trying to be humans.
And hoping that another kid doesn't make it.
Yeah. You should really just hope your kid ends up where they need to be so they can have the best season.
Where you belong based on your performance.
Yeah. And hope that theirs gets the same thing, where they need to be. Because there's been many times where we haven't made the team we've wanted. But then something comes around the corner and we're like, dude, I'm so glad we didn't make that team because otherwise we wouldn't have had this amazing experience. Yeah. So trying to reframe it of like, that was just one opportunity that did not work out for you, but there's another opportunity and it's just about embracing what didn't work here and finding another opportunity that's going to work better for you.
Yeah. And not always next year, especially when they're younger. Like you're only 10, you're only 11. You've got many years left to make that specific team.
And these are life lessons that if you're helping them deal with them appropriately, they can take that into a job, into school, of how to react when they get fired. But they don't get fired. Or laid off, because that
Or if you don't get a job you applied to.
Yeah.
Or you don't get into a school that you want to get into. Or like any of those types of situations.
Exactly. Like you've got a job interview and how you prepare for it and
how to accept constructive criticism.
In the workplace, that is so hard now. That's seen as bullying sometimes. And you're like, nope, I'm I'm trying to help you improve and I still appreciate your work, but this would help you learn and do better and get a raise, or you could yell at me and call me a bully. That's fine too. Yeah. So yeah, constructive criticism, we need to teach our kids how to take that. Yeah. But we also need to take that.
It starts in the lobby with the parents. We need to come together as a group and not scatter when all the decisions start getting made. And nobody will look at anybody in the eye. It's so stressful. And the kids see it and they're like, why are all the parents acting so weird?
Yeah. Because you're like afraid to.
And if they're acting like that, does that mean I should be acting like that?
I overheard so-and-so, and say this. And, if they see the parents are strong enough to come together and who cares, we're here for fun. Yeah. It'll pass to the children.
That's true. But there is sometimes where there's like that coach talks to them after an ice session and they get cut like one at a time in the dressing room. And like we've had those ones are the hard, and the parents are literally like, just take the kid, get out. Do not ask them questions. Take your kid, get out. Do not keep talking and ask them in front of people. Just get to your car and get the fuck out of that rink. Because if they're going to cry, nobody needs to witness that. If they're going to be super excited and the next person beside them didn't get it, like, we don't need to rub salt in the wound.
Oh, been there where the kid comes out with a big smile on their face and you're sitting there talking and then the next one comes out and they're bawling and you're like,
yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Like, stop smiling.
I know.
No, and then now we're not friends with them.
Yeah, we can't talk to them.
It sucks. No. It's like, oh, you're on a different team. It's okay. You can still be friends. We can still support them. We can still watch their games.
We still exist.
Hey?
Yeah. I know. So many things.
Teaches resilience. To be kind.
Yeah. Rejection builds character, for sure.
There's going to be a lot of it in life.
How to talk about cuts with kids.
Keep the language neutral. Like, the coach had to make a tough choice versus you didn't make it. Like, focus on things that aren't just negative towards your child or negative towards another kid. Don't compare the children or the players, or like, you were such a better D than them. Like, you went top shelf all the time. Like, you totally laid that kid out. I don't know why you weren't on the team. Like, we don't need to do that. It might be true. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I could not help myself. I set myself up for that one. No.
Focus on the journey.
Yeah. Like, really, exactly. Emphasize their effort, not the outcome. Highlight what they've done, their attitude, their growth, how far they've come from last season, and how they're going to get even better this season regardless of where they are.
Normalize disappointment. It's okay to feel upset. That means that you care. I think our kids nowadays we feel like they just have to be happy all the time.
I know.
They have to be happy and satisfied and get what they want.
That's not true.
It's just not how life works.
And that is not realistic. And also, I feel like we just want to protect them so much. And that's where the helicopter parent has come from. Because we don't want them to experience pain. Right? Like we have the luxury of protecting our children more now than we ever did before, because all the generations before us have worked really hard.
Yeah.
But
now it's to a fault.
But now it's detrimental. Yeah. Right? Like, now it's like, no, we need to let them fail and learn how to recover from that fail. It doesn't mean we failed as parents to do that. And it does hurt our heart to watch them do that. Yeah. But they will survive. They will get stronger. Just asking questions, leading questions that help open them up and let them tell you how they feel. Mm-hmm. Don't tell them how they feel. Like, because maybe they're totally fine with it. Like, maybe they don't give a shit.
Like, how do you think you did? And if they're like, I tried my best out there and I had a great time. Yeah. Like, great. That's all that matters.
Or maybe they're like, you know what? After all this and all this pressure or all this whatever, I didn't even really want to be on that team.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, I'm kind of glad because this season is a building year for me. And I'm really excited about playing with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I think we're going to have a really great year traveling. Like, maybe they're really excited. Yeah. And they're afraid you're going to be upset.
They don't want to disappoint you.
They don't want to disappoint you. So if you
100%
tell them that you're not disappointed in them, but let them tell, how do you feel about it? Like, what are you excited about this season or what?
What do you think you did well and what do you think you could have worked on?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's that fear of of disappointing the parent that's ultimately behind their breakdown and has nothing to do with why they're upset. Yeah. They might be like, sweet, I'm playing with Timmy and Johnny and I love Timmy and Johnny because Johnny's mom makes the best snacks. No, she doesn't bring the Timbits.
She was the one that brought them before
She's
tryouts.
bougie and she gives us Starbucks. She has the best car playlist, okay?
Children will they'll be where they should be. And I think we need to make sure they know that they will grow and thrive if they are meant to be on the team. If they are struggling to be on another team, it's going to be no fun anyway.
That's the thing, is sometimes like struggling to be on that team versus dominating on the other team. Well, not dominating, but still like being the top end of that other team is just going to build their confidence. And you need to focus on that too. Like if they were struggling on the other team, or maybe if they were on the lower end of making that team, maybe they don't play as much. Maybe they are on the bench more. And then maybe their confidence sucks so much because like they just don't get that opportunity, and the development isn't there because they feel like they can't like keep up. And that's really hard on a kid too. Yeah. So if you focus on like, dude, think how many points you're going to get this season, or like you get to be a great example for the other kids. Like, you know, there's a lot of benefits to not always making the top team because you can shine sometimes more than you would have in the other one. And bubble kid.
The dreaded bubble kid.
I know I mentioned it before, but I hate this term only because I've watched someone say it in front of my child.
It's hard when you're the bubble kid on two teams, like if there's only two teams made. But if there's like 700 kids or however in the big cities and, you know, you're a bubble kid, it's kind of like this team or that team. It's a bit more... I would say easier to be a bubble kid.
Maybe. But I think it's just the term needs to like stop saying it around your kids. Like so-and-so's that bubble kid. Like they were on the cusp, because I've heard so many stories and witnessed my own where they either feel they're not good enough for the first half of the season because they know that they're the bubble kid. And they're like, well, I could still be cut.
Yeah.
And then whether that gets in their head mentally and they actually get worse because they're so afraid all the time that they can't just focus on the learning. And like that plays on their anxiety and stuff. Or you have kids making fun of them. And I've even heard of coaches' kids being like, yeah, my dad saved you. You were on the bubble. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry, you said that to another kid said that to your child? Like,
I swear the term bubble kid is just something the coach's kid made up. Like I didn't even know it was really a real thing.
I mean, my kids wear a bubble mask, so they are a bubble kid. But so I mean, it's not a great connotation for kids to hear, and that's like, so it kind of drives me nuts now that I've seen I've seen it happen to other people. Yeah, where they're like, yeah, my dad saved you, and you're like, actually, no, you're only on the team because your dad's the coach. To my kid, but you know, I don't play fair, so knives are out. So celebrate the progress. Skill jumps, coachable attitudes, even if they don't land on the spot. And just remind them, bubble kids often move up mid-season, can AP. Like, obviously you don't want to wish for an injury, but injuries do happen. So there's room for improvement. And like, if you keep working your hardest, you might be the first person to move up next year. And even if you're on the bubble next year, you could be the top spot next year. Like, you really don't let that define you.
Regrouping for the season ahead.
I like this, even for parents.
Yes.
Have it in your mind. If things don't go as planned, it's what your child wants or what you want for your child. What would you do?
Yeah.
If it doesn't work.
Have a plan B.
It's such a healthier mind frame. Like, and then it gives you ideas and things to think about other than we have to make it. We have to make it. My child has to make it.
I know. And I mean, there's been before where I'm like, okay, so there's this team, and this team. These are my carpool options. But it's a matter of like, okay, so this is where my finances would be if we make this or this team, and this is where the carpool will be if we make either of these teams. Like, that's what I think about
as a parent. Yeah,
as a parent,
that should be the parent focus.
But I try like not to let the kids worry about that part. Like, just go try out for them all and see where you land, right? And know that there is something. There's always something else. And even if you're in a small town or a big town, there's other developments. Like, my child didn't make a tier 1 team 1 year and played tier 3, and our association 1 was the highest, 3 was the lowest or whatever, and then it was house. But the next year he played for the CSSHL, the Canadian Sports School Hockey League. So we went from a Tier 3 team, didn't even play in minor hockey Rep 1, and then made it to the Canadian Sports School Hockey League. And you want to know why? Because he put in the effort, and he did change schools and went to a hockey school, but they worked at the gym 5 days a week or 4 days a week. He had skill development on the ice, and he wanted it. He chose it. Like, we gave him options, and he was like, I want this. And we're like, okay, well, if you want this, you have to put in that work. Yeah. We can't do it for you. Like, we're not on the ice. Like, these come down to your actions and your behavior. And if you're going to show them that you're the hardest worker out there, the coaches will notice. Be coachable. Work hard. Like, have good hockey IQ. Those things will get you further. But if you have a bad attitude and you have great skill, that eventually will be a downfall. So teach them a good attitude. Teach them how to be coachable. Teach yourself how to be receptive to those things.
Focus on yourself.
On self-improvement, because we all need it. And then they have a much better chance of going further.
Show excitement for the new opportunity. I think we kind of touched on that. Yeah, have an idea of what you're going to do, plan B, and then be okay with it. Let your child know you're okay with whatever happens.
Yeah.
Such a better mindset than
totally
the doom and gloom.
Yeah, and when you create that space for them saying, hey, like, yes, we want you to work hard. We want you to make whatever team works for you, but it's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're not telling you to give up. We're telling you we're okay. We will be fine. This is about you, not us. We're the adult. Reassure them that success is not linear. Many high-level players had cuts throughout the years.
Yep. I don't know, did they?
I mean, ChatGPT said they did.
Even NHL players have been cut from teams in their minor
No,
careers.
I do know. Like, they've all had cuts of some sort. Whether, like, you see it all the time. They get traded. I don't know all the terminology. Okay, I'm just a pucked up mom over here. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
They get traded like halfway through the season sometimes, because if you're playing shitty, they're like, yeah, we don't want
to trade you for you.
Because that's not feel good.
No.
That's feel awful.
Yeah, like I watched on Prime that...
Trading for a draft pick.
Right? Exactly.
Like, yeah, we're going to trade you and you for a top draft pick, a number 5 draft pick. You're like, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Just because I'm 30, I'm so over the hill.
Remember, parents? Nobody's blaming the parents. It was because you did crappy car coaching on 2 tournament days.
And that guy that's making $87 million and got traded mid-season, it was totally his parents' fault.
It really has nothing to do with us. No. We just got to get them there.
Yeah. We have to get them there and pay for it. That's it.
And keep them sane.
I did hear from like a high-level university coach that to stop saying politics. Because it's less politics than we think it is. I don't believe it. No, right. But we need to stop saying it. Because the more we say it, the more it's just perpetuating that negative cycle.
I feel like it's quite
nepotism.
Yeah, right? They just had it out for you. The bigger plan.
Yeah, I don't know. But just remember that there are some times where your actions will actually harm your child. Be helpful to your children, not harmful. Yeah. Don't be the reason that they get cut. Yeah. Be supportive. Bench those Karen-esque attitudes. Yeah.
No, spot those Karens in the crowd and help them out.
I'm going to go put some duct tape on it.
Here's some duct tape.
Or hockey tape pillow. Hockey tape hurts less.
You're wrecking this for your child.
If you see Tricia, Brittany, and I in a rink carrying armfuls of hockey tape, you know why.
I'll be tugging on my ear.
Yeah, or pointing her nose, or tapping her chest. That's usually telling Amanda to shut the fuck up. STFU, Amanda, you're saying the wrong thing again.
It's hard not to get wrapped up.
It is.
The FOMO effect, you know?
We love our kids. We want the best.
We do.
Yeah.
And then we want to know all the things. I have major FOMO. I have a fear of missing out. I want to know the things. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why did I even want to know the things? I had so much more fun talking about the wildly inappropriate sexual position over there that I just learned on IMDb. Why are we not talking about this and our ninja slushie? That is way more fun than slamming children. Come on, guys.
Did you just go from sexual positions to your ninja slushie?
Yeah. Well, it's because usually...
Great segue.
I mean, it's usually because I'm drinking and talking about sexual positions. This one's explicit for a reason.
Kid's not carpooling with you. She makes the team.
Well, Brittany's child doesn't want to go to school. He wants daycare with Amanda instead because I'm informative. I've never seen that child look more attentive than he did in the pool with me.
We're going to have so much fun in lacrosse season.
I'm hoping Ryan can play.
Right.
I will I'll cut all her
10 dance
tutus.
classes.
I'll cut all her tutus so she can't go to all the stupid ass dance
She's
classes.
good on Sundays.
How do you break their legs without harming their lacrosse? I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you do it in a nice way that's like makes it so she can't do point, but can still run?
Lacrosse's house.
That's kind of my thought.
Our
If you go
off-season.
in letting them know
She
that,
just
like,
come whenever.
yeah, I will be there when I can.
Sorry, child.
But then also,
really
you
don't.
with the girls, we get them.
Yeah, no, sorry,
Let
Araya.
the Karens come after you.
We don't like that you dance because it's not convenient for us as parents. So you should probably stop that and do what we want you to do, which goes against everything we've just discussed in this in this
Could you
episode.
imagine hockey parents at dance class?
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Would
they
we
make
fit
you
in?
pay to
No.
go. I went.
There's no sugarcoating. No, you wouldn't
no.
fit in.
Delaney did one recital and I started to clap and cheer. Yeah, Brittany, I think you were there.
Dance moms are worse.
Yeah, no, I started to clap and cheer and everybody turned and looked at me. And someone's like, I was like, oh, well, this blows.
It's all
I
silent.
was like, how do I?
You also don't get to watch till the end of the year.
Yeah, and you have
There's
to,
absolutely no observing.
you
until
have
the
to buy
finale at the end.
tickets.
Is there drinking in the parking lot?
No.
I gotta, yeah, I've got my mom juice right now.
Yeah, that's sad for you.
Yeah, I think we might have to like kick you off the show if Kaiden doesn't start playing.
No, I'm not going to be a hockey mom anymore.
Well, no, because you're
Once a hockey mom,
once and always
a
hockey
hockey
mom,
mom.
but you always know hockey mom stuff. I just joke because it's really hard to talk to myself. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Doesn't
Like
want to.
I will power through. Nothing can keep this girl down.
This is one of those we have to let him do as he...
In Amanda
he
daycare.
literally said, hockey's just not my passion. Soccer is.
In Amanda
How do
daycare.
I can't say no to that.
In the pool, I told him when I was giving him the positive mindset of what to focus on for his rep tryouts and stuff. After all that, which worked well and was not nearly as exciting as talking about chickens, I did say to him, but you know, on the plus side, I really don't want you to make a rep team because then you can still play house hockey. And he just made this face at me and fell off the llama into the pool. And he's like, why would you say that? Because I'm just supportive of you, Kaiden.
Coming up with plan B.
Yeah.
You're a
I
supportive
am a very
auntie.
supportive surrogate aunt.
I know, I'm like, I haven't withdrawn your registration yet. I haven't withdrawn your registration yet.
And I
You're
also
still
said,
registered.
I said, my kids are away for travel hockey. Who would I come watch? And then he also stood up on all fours on the llama, Linda, the llama, and said to me, you would watch my games? And I was like, well, yes, I watched your games last season. And yes, I come to all your games, but I do not watch soccer. And then he thought about it for a minute and paddled away. So I
We'll see what
tried.
happens.
I'm not paying him to play hockey, but I
My
did.
dad already tried that.
I know he
Shut
did.
it down real quick. Yeah, he's like, I'll give you $2 for every practice and $5 for every game. Kind
Yeah.
of, really?
I'm pretty sure that Hockey Canada has rules against that. There's actually rules.
I have rules. Like,
Yeah, no, your rules don't count. But like, I think you can get banned from hockey.
between
Like,
you guys and my dad, my kids are going to think they get paid for everything. Eating foods, trying foods, haircuts, playing sports.
well, his haircut is awesome,
This is not real life.
and he needed to eat more than ketchup and orange cheese. So
Yeah,
he
big
now
plates of bacon.
and shredded carrots and.
That's
He
right.
is a soccer
Right.
player.
Well,
With
I'd
that
say
diet.
we successfully broadened their horizons
Yes.
In a fun way.
in a very fun way, and his haircut's awesome. Now he
In a
looks like.
lucrative way for them. So.
I mean, it was entertaining for us.
It was.
We should have filmed all of this. I mean, the fun haircuts
Yeah.
and the making them try things in Mexico. Another note, we're going to wrap this up. Tryouts are stressful enough for the kids. Don't be the reason they feel worse. Find a way to make them feel worse for something else and punish them with chores, but not because of tryouts. That's just parenting tip from Amanda 101.
Next podcast, Amanda Daycare.
Oh, yes. Oh, so many tips.
Benching Karens means parents check themselves before they wreck their kids' confidence.
Preach.
Share your funniest tryout Karen story with us on Instagram. Tag at @PuckedUpHockeyMoms with #BadMomSquad.
True story. Do that.
You know I'm old because I wanted to say number sign.
Pound.
And not.
It was a
Like,
pound.
no.
We used to say pound. I know, but like it was pound.
See, this is pound.
I know, but before that, before a fist bump, pound was
So
like,
weird.
What's
But-
your funny tryout? Karen, tryout.
well, so much for ending the episode.
Share your funniest tryout, Karen.
Mine was last night at my son's soccer tryouts and me wanting to email the
It
association.
was
I didn't out you.
But you didn't do it.
I
Did you run
emailed
behind the
last
coach?
year's coach.
Yeah.
But why
Well, you're
did
just
you?
asking.
Why did you want to? What was the reason that made you do it?
made me email the coach was because we showed up. This
Yes.
was the second assessment. There was like 80 some odd kids. Nobody had, like, there wasn't certain color pennies. They weren't numbered. My kid walked onto the turf, and this guy said, here's a penny. Go over to this field. They didn't ask his name. They didn't. So I'm like, how are you assessing my child?
How do you know
when you don't know who he is?
Is it just the awesome haircut?
Yeah, like, that's all I wanted to know was, like,
He's
how
so
are you
good.
keeping track of which players are skilled enough to make this competitive team and which aren't? And so I emailed his coach from last year that's been his coach for like 3 or 4 years now, just to say, like, hey, do you know how this works? Because this is what I'm seeing, and I'm just unsure how they're keeping.
Did you get answers?
Not yet.
So you got ghosted.
He put you in the Karen folder.
I don't think so.
No, we'll see. I can't wait to hear the response later. I should have thought about my most Karen moment. Oh, I totally had a Karen moment at Starbucks today.
That's not tryouts. No.
No, but it's a Karen moment. Fuck you, I'm telling my
I
story.
want a tryout story.
So we've used the same button to order the strawberry refresher. No inclusions. Why would you waste all that money to not include your shit in it? But whatever. And so Delaney, we mobile ordered it. And every time she orders it, it comes with lemonade. And so she went and picked it up for me, or for her, with my drink. And she came out and she's like, that girl was sassy. I think she meant to say that girl was a bitch. But she was very polite about it because she's clearly not mine.
She's just being a good role model.
She was being a really good role model for me. And she's like, I asked her if it was water or lemonade. And she said water, like it says on your order. And Delaney's like, I ordered lemonade. She's like, no, you didn't. And then I just walked away. And I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, I am not paying my $5 fucking drink for the light ice with lemonade. I'm like, this is full ice. She took 2 sips and it was almost gone. So I was like, stop drinking. She's like, but I'm thirsty. I'm like, here's some water. So I got out of my car, got off my fat ass, and I walked into that Starbucks and right up into the thing.
Did you ask for the manager?
No, but that reminds me, I'm going to write a Karen email because I am angry. Anyway, so I'm going to finish because I will forget. Squirrel. So I walked up to them. I said, excuse me, but this is supposed to have lemonade. And she looked, and the one girl's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll get that for you. And then she goes, no, that says water. I was like, no, because I've ordered it for years with the same button on there. And you're the only place that's ever made it with water. And you were super rude to my daughter. And she's like, well, I'll make it again if you need me to. I was like, I do. Thank you. Clearly somebody forgot their customer service moment, and I walked out and I was like, thank you. And I stormed away with my light ice one. I was like, and it's not light ice. I was like, I nearly said, you don't pay $5 fucking for this, for 2 sips and water with colored pinkness. Like, I could have made that myself.
I don't think that's Karen. I think that's demonstrating to a young girl.
Yeah.
That lady took advantage of her daughter's demeanor and politeness and thought,
I raised her well to not do what I just did.
no, but she should be
When you're
able
paying
to
for something.
stand up for herself and be like, no, excuse me, actually it's not what I wanted though.
Yeah.
You need to make it right.
Well, she tried,
However
but
that
she's
is.
like, I was like, and Delaney, I think the appropriate words were, that girl was a bitch.
I think there's a difference between like tryout and saying something, or when you're paying for a service or
That's
a product and you're not getting what
That's true.
that is supposed
But
to
I
be.
normally,
There's nothing wrong with
I
saying
normally don't go in and do any of that stuff, but I was really pissed that she came out. She's like, she was sassy, and like I tried to tell her it was wrong, and she like told me I was wrong and to leave.
No.
I was like, oh hell no.
Like we all live in fear of being a Karen. Like no,
Yeah.
no, we shouldn't be. Maybe the Karens
Well,
are showing
this
us the way.
middle-aged white chick walked her ass right in there.
I went all the way to head office for Tim Hortons and got a hold of their franchise owner.
Yeah.
And went off because they kept running out of steep tea. Every morning I'd go through and the manager was always like, well, we only have 1 machine. And I was like, well, apparently that's a problem and you need to get another one.
Yeah.
And every morning she'd give the same lady, she'd give me attitude every time. And finally I emailed Tim Hortons and I was like, I need the franchise owner for this location. The manager was fired 2 weeks.
I don't feel
If
bad.
you have customers telling you that you're selling out of a product,
It's
you
clearly a
should
problem.
Need to do something about it, and your man completely disregarded my suggestions. This was like after weeks of going through every morning on my way to work.
See, these are
Like,
like,
okay with being
you can change things, and I feel like you did the right steps ahead of time. We're going to end our call to action, or we're going to go on forever. Thank y'all so much for listening if you're still here.
Yes.
Yeah. Or watching, you know? Tricia's waving. She does not want to be on camera, so now I
Mom
really...
juice time.
Yeah. Mom juice. Crack that beer. You should crack it so everyone can hear. Oh, it's already cracked. Okay. Well, cheers. Yay. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on Pucked Up Hockey Moms. We seriously appreciate you listening, laughing, and surviving the hockey mom life right alongside us.
Whether you're in the stands, stuck in carpool, or hiding in the rink bathroom for 5 minutes apiece, we see you and we're right there with you.
This episode was proudly brought to you by AAA Hockey Recruiting, your go-to for player development, showcases, and getting noticed at the next level.
Whether you're aiming for junior, prep, or NCAA, they've got the tools, the know-how, and the hookup. Check them out at AAAHockeyRecruiting.com and tell them the Bad Mom Squad sent you.
Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and stay a little bit pucked up.